What's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. I'm Chase Slammy from Birmingham, Alabama, and I play basketball here.
I'm Will Smith from Alcor, Georgia, and I play basketball here.
I'm Dre Parker from Forsyth Academy, and I play football here.
Today, the podcast, we're going to be talking about mental health in athletes and how it affects a player's performance and how having a good mental health state can ultimately help you have a better performance on the court, on the field, or whatever it may be. So the first question we're going to talk about is how balancing academics and athletics can be challenging, but also how we can overcome it. And,
Okay, so balancing, what was the question? Balancing what?
Balancing academics and athletics.
Balancing academics and athletics. It's kind of hard because going straight from class to practice and then being tired after practice, then have to do study hall. And then balancing for a test and studying for a test is kind of hard, but one way you can overcome it is schedule time for studying for your tests and doing homework and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think picking off of what Dre said, it's just about picking time out of your day to set those times aside where you're like, oh, I can study, I can do this. And study hall, I mean, yeah, nobody likes going, but it's good because you can just tell yourself, oh, I can just do it then, and just carve out time for yourself. But yeah, I mean, you just gotta make a schedule and deal with it. So
Yeah, I feel like time management is a big part of managing academics and sports and stuff because, I mean, you gotta make time for work, and whether that's going to study hall or going to office hours, just carving out that time to focus on your academics, it's good and keeps you on track mentally for sports and academics.
all right, so the next question we have is what's a big challenge that you face mentally that's throughout your athletic career that's challenged you but ultimately made you become a better person? I myself, I broke my collarbone sophomore year. 10 games into the season, I transferred from a private school to a public school, and I broke my collarbone 10 games in, and most of the reason I transferred was because of basketball, so that kind of took a toll on me, but I realized looking back, I became a better person out of that. I just realized I only can control what I can control, and that's being the best teammate I could be during that time. And yeah, so I mean, you just gotta be the best teammate you can be when you're not playing or not on the court. But yeah, ultimately helped me become a better person today. So
I'd say the biggest challenge that I face is going into senior year. Becoming kind of like the leader of the team. We were all good friends from seniors all the way down to freshmen. We were all good friends. And finding that balance between being a good friend and being a leader and holding each other accountable. But overall, being put in that situation, I feel like it made me a better person overall, more of a leader, being able to hold each other accountable and further strengthen our friendships and our team and get us further than what we could have, than we would have been without a leader. And it just made me realize that people don't need yes men, they need people to hold each other accountable and make each other better. Whether that's people failing a class and you getting on their head and making them better in that regard, or whether that's on the court, them not doing the right thing and bettering them and not being oh, it's okay, but trying to push them to be the best version of themselves.
The biggest challenge I faced was sophomore year. I tore my meniscus, and it's made it hard in my overall life. I couldn't walk everywhere. It took a mental toll on my mental health.
all right, so the next question we have is what's something that we've done to keep our mental health in a good state throughout our playing career? I'll go first. I'm a big Christian guy, and I love reading the Bible, and I feel like getting in the Word and knowing God. I mean, I feel like that's the most important thing in my life to keep my mental health state the best it can be, and just reading the Word and all the truth in it. But also, both of my brothers, actually my whole family has played college sports, but both of my brothers played basketball in college. So just relying on them and their experiences, they've gone through the same thing that I'm going through right now, and it's just having that relationship with my brothers that I can relate to is just really comforting because I know that someone else has been there in my shoes before. So just relying on them and relying on God. So yeah.
Two things for me would be religion and music. I'm very Christian, just like Chase, and I just pray before every game, before every practice, to keep me healed and to keep me calm, so I'm not too anxious out there. And for music, it just keeps me calm as well.
For me, like they said, I'm a Christian guy, so praying or on Sundays going to church and having like that mental reset day, it's good for the mental health and just keeping you grounded, and also just talking to somebody, whether it's family, friends, teammates, just anybody that understands you. Just talking to them what you're going through and just sharing a laugh or anything just helps you a lot.
Yeah, that's important because everybody on your team has probably been in your shoes before, so just being able to talk to people about it definitely just helps. And I like what both of them said that I didn't add in, like praying before every game. That's something a lot of people do, but like praying before every game, it like gives you the peace of mind and like, okay, like God's with me, like I got this. Like no matter what happens, like win or lose, like God loves you no matter what. And so just having that comfort and God, he'll bring all things good. So yeah. All right, guys, welcome back. We got a super special guest with us, Bennett Frazier. He's on the basketball team with us here at Berry College. He's a freshman here, and Bennett, introduce yourself.
I'm Bennett Frazier from Memphis, Tennessee, freshman here at Berry. I'm excited to be with the guys on the podcast today.
All right, we're excited to have you, Bennett. So we asked ourselves a few questions later in the episode, but we wanted to ask you, what do you do to keep your mental health in like a good state while playing college basketball?
A good question. So with college basketball, it can be, it's just a lot of time and can be overwhelming at times with practices, long practices, and all the schoolwork and stuff. And so sometimes you just gotta go outside and just really sit there and think about stuff. Just calm my brain. And prayer is a big thing as well. Just keep that on my mind all the time, so when things get overwhelming, that I don't just break down, but keep staying in a good mental state.
I like it.
Yeah.
One quick question. What's been your favorite part about being at Berry College so far? Like outside of athletics, just like what do you love
Outside
about
of
the school?
athletics? About the school? Well, honestly, I like how big the campus is. I'm a big fan of nature, so I love
Big
going
biker,
outside.
right?
Yeah. I just love exploring stuff and seeing all that Berry has to offer.
All right, and then one other question we have is tell us about a time where your mental health was tested, but you eventually overcame that, whether that be basketball or whatever the case may be.
It's a great question. So, freshman year of high school, I got cut from the basketball team, and I had played basketball my whole life, so I was, obviously really disappointed. But I decided. So I mean, that was tough on me mentally because I wanted to keep playing basketball, but I couldn't practice with the team. It was hard to get better, but I decided to keep working harder. I started lifting a lot, just working on skills, basketball, and I ended up making the team the next year, and I didn't let the
past define you.
Yeah, I didn't let the past define me. Didn't let
like
the
it.
mental troubles just define my future.
You let it motivate you and propel you forward.
Yeah,
into your
exactly.
next endeavors.
And now look at you
Motivation.
playing college basketball.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate you having us on, Bennett. I mean, we have it, you
Thank
are.
So we're here with another one of our teammates, Drew Weingard, a junior here. And anything you want to say, Drew?
Yeah, I mean, my name is Drew Weingard. I'm a junior on the basketball team. And I'm excited to be on with you guys. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks for coming on. So I have a question for you. What pressures do student athletes face here that outsiders rarely see?
I mean, I think as student athletes, you, especially at the D3 level, you're balancing a lot of pressure in the classroom, whether it's to get good grades or to get a good degree. You might be, dual majoring. There's a lot of work that goes in outside of your sport that is unseen. Then obviously in your sport, it's a lot of grueling hours, both, with the team and doing stuff on your own or like in a group. You have there's expectations and a standard that you're expected to, work by, play by, and live by. So obviously there's a lot of pressure in that and balancing those things, and people don't see that every day, but it's also a privilege that, something is expected of you that is higher than you expect of yourself a lot of the time. So, I mean, it is a pressure, to be a student athlete at the collegiate level, but, it's also an opportunity to, you know, really better yourself and, you know, raise the bar for the rest of your life. So,
I like it.
Are there any certain things or special things that you do to, you know, calm yourself down and like just humble yourself?
yeah, I mean, I think it's super easy to get, you know, very overwhelmed, and you gotta, you know, remember that, you know, God has all the cards in His hand. You know, pray, just find some quiet time, try to talk to God. You know, it's easy to do those things in the moment when things aren't going your way, or when things are overwhelming. But you know, you really find true peace whenever things are going your way, or you find the moment to say like, "Oh, thank you, Lord." Like, you know, I'm at peace right now because of you. You know, understanding that He can fulfill you. So nothing that we do in college, whether it's getting a good degree or, you know, whatever job we want to have, or whatever sport we play, can fulfill us like Jesus can. So it's important to understand that. When you do, you know, things become a lot easier.
Yeah. I mean, we have one last question. Do you have a time where you can think about where you had a mental health struggle, but you eventually overcame that?
Yeah, I mean, I think mental health is subjective in a way. I think for me, every single, especially as a student athlete, every single season comes with mental health struggles, because either you're not playing well, your team's not playing well, and you're thinking, you know, like, this is miserable. Like, I don't even like when I'm playing anymore. I don't even want to like talk to anybody. Like, I just want to isolate myself. And, you know, like I said before, that's when it's important to kind of step back and be grateful for what you do have and what you do get to do. There's a lot of people that want to be college athletes that maybe didn't get the opportunity or didn't have, you know, the resources to do that. And I was blessed with those opportunities and resources. So, you know, whenever I get in that state of mind where I'm, you know, just not very happy with things are going, or I'm struggling mentally, I gotta remember, like, man, like, I'm so blessed and so lucky you get to come to practice with these guys every day. So, yeah.
All right, Drew. We appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
appreciate it.
We're here with another one of our junior teammates, Isaac Martin.
Isaac Martin.
The Isaac Martin. So I have a couple questions for you. One is, do you think that social media intensifies pressure on athletes? Why or why not?
I think that social media definitely intensifies the pressure, because as a society, we're like, as college athletes, with like social media is a big thing, there's definitely pressure because everyone wants to be liked, and everyone is judging people. So I think that just really brings a lot of pressure to wanting to be the best all the time and wanting people to accept who you are.
Yeah. Everyone wants to get that high likes on every post, but in reality, that's not really what matters.
It
So.
really doesn't, in the grand scheme of things. So, and then I have a question. What advice would you give either freshmen entering college athletes, or just people struggling like their first time struggling with mental health problems as they're entering athletics?
Yeah, I'd say try to find a balance between athletics, school, and then life. Find a place on campus, whether maybe you go to a coffee shop, maybe you go somewhere off on campus where you can have that alone time. Just really think about, like, have time to reflect on what is going on, have a moment just to pause and think about life, whether that's just reflecting, reading, praying, talking to people, talking to God. I think that's one that's big for me. That helped me out through my freshman year, was finding a moment or finding a place that can get me to my peace center.
Yeah.
Is that something that you continue to do, you know, find time to yourself, find time to talk to God, pray, those type of things?
Yeah, I think I definitely am. Us college athletes, we get so busy because
Yes.
you have,
Especially during the season.
yes, during the season sometimes you have early morning practices, then you gotta go straight to class, then you might have, all right, I gotta go put in my own work and go shoot or lift, and then you gotta go straight into homework late at night. So that's a hard time to create those like isolated moments to find your peace, but creating your own time, whether it be in the morning, middle of the day, or at night, those are just the biggest advantages to having peace and with your mental health as well.
Yeah, and then one question we've asked everybody that we've had on, even ourselves, do you have a time where like you can think about like your mental health was tested and like you eventually overcame that, whether that be athletics or whatever it may be?
Yeah, over these past 3 years, like it's definitely challenging because you have to deal with so much stuff, relationships, school, friends, basketball is with it, and it definitely can be hard at times, but I think it's a privilege because not everyone gets to do this, and it's finding that moment, like I said before, finding that moment to reflect and just appreciate like what you're able to do, because not everyone's able to do this. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, I appreciate you coming on, Isaac.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that will conclude our podcast. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope that whether you're a student athlete, anything, you just see the value of mental health and finding, peace of mind, religion, anything that can just get yourself back down, calm down to earth. And thank you again for listening.
Peace out.